Welcome to the Reactivision, man. You rocking with your boy, Mr. Come See About Me. Told y'all I was coming earlier a couple of times a week. I'm just to show some of these reaction videos, and we gonna see which way we gonna go. Again, subscribe, like, and share. I don't care what order, but just do it in order for us to keep coming with the content. I'm gonna come with the content regardless, and everything else gonna catch up with me, because I am gonna talk this into fruition, and I will be teaming up with other people that's doing the same thing. And then I want to give shouts out to the ones that, when I was watching them, made me who I am today, doing what I'm doing right now. The number one person I want to give thanks to right now is Dre OG, because he is the originator to me. We got Q Hef. Okay. After Q Health, I work with we got Jeremiah, I think that's his name, and then got my boy from New York. I can't React Files. Him too. All that stuff is good content, because that's all I do is watch that anyway. I don't even watch real TV. Those are real TV, and those are real people, and I appreciate what they've done with their time. So I feel like that I want to get into that, because I like giving information too, and we're on the information giving age. So without all that talking, man, thank you everybody that came out. Let's get straight to the video.
Interesting facts science can't explain. No one can answer the last question. Scientists have no idea what causes a dream. Also, researchers claim that you shouldn't remember your dream unless your subconscious mind wanted to send a message to your conscious mind for some reason. Your truest friend is the second person that appears when you click on Share. Slide to the side until the end, then click on More. And there you will find that person. Sleep paralysis. You are awake but can't move or make any sound, although you are trying but no one can hear you. And you may even feel a weight pushing down on you. The Chinese call this ghost pressing down on you. If you comment smile face, you will unlock a new secret TikTok emoji. Cats can feel when someone is dying. A pet cat named Oscar resided in a nursing home and was believed to be able to tell when one of the residents would soon die. He'd sleep beside them until they passed. And now, before the last fact, support us by pressing the plus button for more interesting content every day. Sudden arrhythmic death syndrome occurs when a person suddenly dies after a cardiac arrest with no discernible cause of death. So if it's not the body failure that kills us, then why do we die?
I know you're standing up. Look, y'all motherfuckers.
I just want my internet to be great. I pay for it to be great, and I need it to be great. And that's all I'm saying. So operate on that side for me, universe, and everything else will fall in line. Let's talk about that last clip. One of those things in that last clip, I used to experience all the way up to probably about 2-3 years ago. And I want to say, I don't know if it was, I don't know if it happened to me after my dad died, but I think after my dad died, I didn't experience that no more. But I used to experience it as a child and all the way up to my adulthood. I mean, sometimes I used to just go get the Bible and sleep with the Bible, and it wouldn't mess with me no more. So I knew it was something in that sense. It had to be spiritual, because if you're going to sleep with a Bible and then it go away, then in your mind, you think that Bible protected you all night, or it could have been I don't know what it was, but put it in the comments if you experienced that too, and what did you do to snap up out of it. But yeah, you can't breathe, pressure putting on you and everything. It's weird.
Don't need to leave, but I'm telling you, you ain't gonna hear this shit from nobody else. I don't give a damn who out there motherfuckers do it. Tell them, do they know the mysteries of Satan? No, ain't none of them teaching it. Farrakhan ain't teaching it. Rabboni ain't teaching it. You see what I'm saying? None of them motherfuckers teaching it. No, don't get it wrong. The powers of evil is good. See, this shit is totally different what you think. See, listen, I've been talking about the Satan and all the words and shit, but I was applying it to the good God and saying, no, Satan is actually a good God. No. The motherfucker is evil as they say he is. But evil is only relative to what you're thinking about. Now, I got to go into this and tell you what it is. Evil is good. Good is not evil, because good don't do shit for your motherfucking ass to keep you stagnant. It's energy. Energy. Look here, goddammit, you got a building before you, and you need to tear that building down. You can't pray that building away. You got to drop a bomb on that bitch.
I don't know if y'all heard anything, what he said, but I'll sum it up for you. You know what I'm saying? He said basically, you know, you stay on a steady path, and you that perfect path is stagnant. But you know what I'm saying? But then you got that trial and tribulations. You know, the trial and tribulations is what's gonna make it. You understand what I'm saying? It's the humiliation. It's the struggle. It's all that shit that's gonna make you who is gonna make you. It's gonna determine who you are as a person, mentally and spiritually. So hey, look. He say, "Look, you move wall." He say, "You need to bust that motherfucker down." So, how do you move? You want to move the wall, or you want to bust the motherfucker down? There's two type of people in this world, and I tell you, man, maybe three, because there's some that just sit on their ass and won't do nothing about the whole situation. But we can get to a whole nother topic with that. But yeah, what you think about what he just said? You know what I'm saying? That good is evil in the evil guard. Because if you think about it, it's all the same. Okay, you think about it. This for entertainment purposes only. I'm supposed to convince you.
Interesting facts that will give you chills. Part 1. The last one is shocking. Facebook shut down 2 robots called Alice and Bob because they started talking to each other in their own language. No one can comment under this video and get 0 likes. Nikola Tesla built a machine with the potential to generate earthquakes powerful enough to split the earth in 2. However, the machine's schematics were said to have never been found after his death. Now you can check if your phone activity is being monitored. Just click on Share. Slide to the side, then select More. If any unknown app appears before your contacts, you should delete it immediately. Sharks have been around for at least 420 million years, meaning they have survived 4 of the big 5 mass extinctions. That makes them older than the dinosaurs, older than Mount Everest, even older than the trees. Yet we could potentially see them extinct in our lifetime. Today's high school students have the same anxiety levels as insane asylum patients had in the 1950s. You will know facts most people don't. Only 40% of the Americans believe the recent reports about the existence of the aliens. Do you? The real
You
truth
feel about that? People put that in the comments.
1. Quiet
Older
people
than
are often
dinosaurs.
misunderstood, and they're the first to admit it. 2. They're often more creative and sensitive to their surroundings than their more extroverted counterparts, which can make them appear shy and reserved. 3. Quiet people don't dislike being around other people. In fact, some of them thrive on it. They just love observing before jumping into a conversation or activity. 4. Quiet people actually talk a lot around people they are close with. 5. They only have 1 to 3 close friends and keep their circle extremely tight. 6. They are shy and can't maintain eye contact. 7. They keep their feelings and pain inside because they think nobody will care about it. 8. Quiet people often excel in tasks that require deep concentration and focus. 9. Many quiet individuals are excellent listeners. They offer a sympathetic ear to those who need it. 10. Quiet people can be great leaders too, as they tend to lead by example and inspire through their actions rather than their words.
The truth.
That sounds a little true. You know what I'm saying? The more you be by yourself, the more you can pay attention to things that's around you and figure it out yourself. You know what I'm saying? If you want to go down that same street twice, go down that same street twice. But it's you that's experiencing this whatever it is that's in front of you, whatever you want to call it. Don't let nobody convince you. Whatever it is, you got to know what it is for your own self, so you can figure out who you are on your own time. But if you ride somebody else's wave, you're gonna be on their wave, and you'll never figure it out until it's too late, until they gone or you gone. And hey, and that's the only way that's gonna go. Either they gone or you gone. You can get rid of them, or you can get rid of themselves, or it could be something that happened. And hey, you know what I'm saying? There's a lot of people know what I'm talking about because they lived exactly every word that came out of my mouth. They lived it.
The truth hurts. The truth is scariest. You know what I'm saying? The truth hurt. The truth's scary. To realize that it's been me and it ain't been nobody else, it makes you say, well, then this big guy that I thought I was, this very intellectual guy who I thought I was, this very smart, successful millionaire who I thought I was, that don't mean a thing. Because at the end of the day, when I lay down at night, I'm still lonely with myself. Well, you can be laying, and this one I knew it was me. This is a personal thing that I tell y'all because this is all for experience. I remember laying next to a woman every single night, but was the loneliest man in the world. And wasn't nothing wrong with the woman. The woman was doing everything in her ability to make me happy, but I wasn't happy. But I was blaming her for not making me happy. And I had to realize she can't make me happy. I make me happy. So the issue wasn't the woman. The issue was the man in the mirror. And that hurts because now you got to search to see why you're not happy. And that void of figuring it out, of finding out, we want to figure out and search everything else. We want to learn every song on the radio. We want to learn everything about everything else, know everybody's business, know what's going on in Mrs. and Mr. Jones house, but you don't even know nothing about who you are. And once I started doing that, I started realizing that things that I thought I liked, I really didn't like. Things that I really used to hate, I started liking it. I used to hate Jamaican music. I did not like it. I'm just being real. Man, I started really finding myself. Now it's basically all I listen to. So I started noticing things about myself that I thought that I didn't like, that I ended up loving when I started to realize who I was. And that's how you know I didn't know me. I didn't even know what I liked and what I didn't like. That's crazy. For you to be a person, be in this body for so long and you don't even know what you like and what you dislike, you ain't even know who you are.
So the truth about me is, I never fake care for anyone. When I choose to care, it's real, it's genuine, and it's because I want to, not because I expect something in return. I don't need anything from you to validate my actions, or to make me feel like what I'm doing is worthwhile. What I give from my heart, without any hidden motives or strings attached. I believe in sincerity, in showing up for people because it's the right thing to do, not because I'm looking for something in exchange. That's just who I am. If I invest my time, my energy, or my love, it's because you matter to me, plain and simple. I don't play games or pretend to care just to get something back. My feelings are honest, and my actions come from a place of true intention. So when I show up for you, when I offer my support or my kindness, know that it's real. I don't need anything in return. I just want to be there because I care. That's the kind of person I am, and that's how I choose to live my life.
And I believe that's how people who show you that they love you instead of telling you that they love you. You know what I'm saying? I ain't one with all that you telling me you love me. I ain't really into all that you telling me that you love me. I really don't. You know what I'm saying? You can show me, but you don't have to tell me anything because I know if somebody love me because I feel it. You know what I'm saying? I know when somebody don't love me. I know when somebody say they love me and then show me they don't love me and then it ain't even showing me. It's just that, that's why I don't like people telling me that they love me. You know what I'm saying? I tell you because that's just like that video. That's me. I'm going to tell you that I love you and I fuck with you. I don't care if I seen you today and I don't care if I just met you today. I'm going to tell you that. You know what I'm saying? Because you might not be getting told that, period. So if you're not getting told that, that don't mean that I don't have a chance to tell you that. And it's just because my energy probably gets you to want to break out of that shit, just like somebody else could tell me they love me and I could be like, whoa, that shit was kind of genuine. That shit was kind of real. I love you too. That's the only way they can get that shit to moving. But any other that, man, don't tell me nothing. Show me.
I heard a theory that resonated with me. And it said that a lot of people on this planet are lost souls and angry souls who are upset because they can't get back home. See, home for a lot of us is not just this planet. A lot of us are not from this planet, from this dimension at all. Earth is a place that we come to pay off karma. It's a place that we come to learn, to master ourselves better and get better control over our spirits and our energy so that we are able to transcend to other dimensions and be that of which is love. And the higher that you get yourself in dimension, the higher you get yourself in frequency, like the vibration that you're on, the more positive you are, the more loving you are to yourself and to others, you will experience a euphoric type of feeling in life every single day. And that's real peace and real bliss and real happiness every day. And that's something you have to choose to do. And that's something that takes a long time to get to. Faith is something that can't be taught. It's something that has to be learned. And that's kind of what you're here to learn on Earth. That's why life, to me, as an acronym, would be lessons in faith eternally. That's a definition that I made for life, because that's what it is. You learn lessons in having to have faith in what that means, faithful and be righteous and be loved. So you learn that here, and you get tested. You get the opposite until you learn it, and that's why it's so hard for us, because we have to go through a lot of bad shit that usually we attract to ourselves by not moving in love, not moving in forgiveness, choosing to look at things a negative way, choosing to look at things as making ourselves a victim. when it's really quite the opposite. And until we learn that, we have to suffer. We have to go through what we go through. So love is the only thing that can save you. And that's why it's so important to love yourself, to love others, and to understand and overstand things in life, because we are all one and the same in a lot of ways. We all experience the same emotions. We all experience life, but just in a different way. So it's best to have kindness and understand when people hurt you, they're usually hurt or they usually don't know better, because everybody is learning and everybody that isn't where you are. So with that being said, a lot of us aren't from here. Some are and some are not. And you know that. You have a sense of knowing if you feel like you're just not at home. And what's taken place here with the way that things have been set up in the system that's been created for us to live under, if you follow me, you follow me, there's been a loop. People aren't aware of themselves, and people really operate off of their subconscious in this life. That's how we're programmed, to just operate off of our subconscious instead of operating off of our conscious. This is why sometimes, have you ever just zoned out while you were driving home and then you just end up at home? You're like, damn, I don't know how the fuck I just got here because I wasn't even here. That's your subconscious, because it knows where to go. That's the sense of knowing. So we have a sense of knowing when it comes to just everyday things we do physically. And then we also have a sense of knowing within our spirit. And they don't want us to connect to our conscious, because that's what that conscious is. It's the connection to you of your spirit self, not just your physical self, who you are every day. They want us just in that mode. They want us in subconscious mode. You need to get in conscious mode. The only way to do that is to really look at what's hurting you. The only way to do that is to really look at your behavior. Are you a mean person naturally, or are you a nicer person? Are you friendly? Do you pray for others? Do you care about others, or do you only care about yourself? Do you feel like nobody cares about you? These are real questions that you have to ask yourself so that you can go within. That's what it means to go within yourself. Pay attention to your behavior, become aware of your behavior. That's self-awareness. Now you're aware. You start asking yourself, why do you do certain things? Now you're aware of why you do what you do, and you can either choose to fix that or stay stuck in it, right? So that's why healing is important. That's why looking inside yourself, that's what shadow work is all about. People just associate the shadow and darkness, what you are. You're created in the darkness. You have to find the light. That's why you have to find the light. You find the light. You find the Christ within you. You have to look for it, though. It's not outside. So, with that being said, when people die, nobody knows what's going to happen when they die, right? And they tell us, when you die, you see the light. Well, it's been said, this is a theory, that the light that we see when we die is really just a stargate, aka a portal, leading us right back to an incarnation on Earth, right? Now, if this is true or not, none of us will know until our time comes, right? Until our contract is up here, right? Because we have soul contracts here at the same time, too. So it's already written when you're going to pass and how you're going to pass, right? This is why some people kind of like seem to manifest their death, or they can premonition it, like they can feel it coming or see it coming before it happens. Some people make a status saying, oh, I feel like I'm finna die, or da-da-da-da, and then they end up dying a couple days or weeks later. Real shit like that happens. That's real. That's because you feel it in your soul, and you have this knowing. Your higher self already knows. Your soul already knows that the contract is coming up for you to go, right? And you never truly die. So it's like they make us scared to die. You might be scared like me. I'm not so much scared to die, because I know that my spirit lives on, right? My flesh, my body will die, but my spirit's going to live on. All of us will, right? But because we're all energy, pure live energy. Right now we're live energy. That's why we are alive. When we die, then we're dead energy to the planet, like to wherever we were just at. Our flesh is dead, but our spirit is energy. It's going to live on. It cannot die. Energy can never die. It can only transform or transcend, right? So with that being said, I'm more so scared of the pain that might come with whatever death that I have. And I'm just hoping to go in my sleep like I feel like we all are, and not go of any sickness or illness or anything like that. But you never know. Now, your higher self will know. And this is why, it is what it is. Older people sometimes want to be around you a lot of times, and you wonder why that is. That's because they can feel it in their spirit that they're going to die. Now, they might not tell you that, but they feel it in their spirit. They know. Their elder self knows the time is coming, especially if you're tapped into the other side. My guesses are your angels are going to be talking. So my phone's going to die. I'm trying to talk fast. That's why I'm talking this fast, guys. But, so with that being said, nobody knows where they're going to go when they die. They don't know what to do. They're scared of the darkness, so they're going to go to the light, right? Whole time you're supposed to go into the darkness. You know what I'm saying? Because that's, like I said, what you are and where you come from. And then that's where you, in your conscious, will start to remember and da-da-da-da, know where you're supposed to go and shit like that. People don't even have a conscious. well, everybody has a conscious, but it's like most people are just operating in their subconscious here. So when you do pass, like, you know, that's why it's important and it's imperative to seek knowledge while you're here and understanding of yourself and tap in with yourself and tap in with the planet and be in alignment with the universe, you know, so you can, you know, serve your purpose here and then leave and go back to wherever you're from, you know what I'm saying? But here we usually create more karma for ourselves, and then we end up having to pay that off and having a harder and harder and harder life, and we're just angry and angry and angrier souls because we just want to go home. Now we're stuck in this reincarnation loop because here, you know, all of your memory, all of your conscious, your knowledge is basically wiped out. You don't remember shit. That's why they say we're asleep when we first get here, right? Because we don't know anything, right? We're just really sleeps everything until you wake up, and you can only wake up, like I said, through going within yourself, and then you realize that it's way deeper than shit seems, right? And then you get more control over your emotions, more control over your energy, and all that shit. But yeah, that might be the reason why some of y'all are so angry. Y'all want to go home, and you know, I don't feel like I'm from here either. But it's more so I know I have a purpose and a mission here type shit, you know? But for a lot of for a lot of us, we gotta, everybody collectively needs to heal and manifest love in this new world that's being created, so that we can, at least while we're here, be at peace and know who we are and be enjoying the experience rather than feeling forced to be here.
We're all bored now.
That was a handful, but that's a whole lot, man. And then I know sometimes I feel like I know that at first you're scared to die and you understand that you have to die, then it ain't so bad. You know, they taught us everything. It ain't everything. And it ain't taught us so far, just so horrible and horrible, just to get us all scared. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you ain't gonna fully live the past, or the past. You know, it could be a lot of ways, a lot of directions you can go with that. But then at the same time, I say knowing is half the battle. That's why I love that quote from G.I. Joe. Knowing is half the battle. It is. Because if you know some shit, you can know how to kind of play your defense if you want to play it. You know what I'm saying? But just know the shit that you better learn is accurate for you. You know what I'm saying? For you.
Now. But has it ever occurred to you, Wally, that the process that creates this boredom that we see in the world now may very well be a self-perpetuating, unconscious form created by a world totalitarian government based on money, and that all of this is much more dangerous than one thinks, and it's not just a question of individual survival, Wally, but that somebody who's bored is asleep, and somebody who's asleep will not say no? See, I keep meeting these people. I mean, just a few days ago, I met this man whom I greatly admire. He's a Swedish physicist, Gustav Bjornstrand, and he told me that he no longer watches television, he doesn't read newspapers, and he doesn't read magazines. He's completely cut them out of his life because he really does feel that we're living in some kind of Orwellian nightmare now, and that everything that you hear now contributes to turning you into a robot. And when I was at Findhorn, I met this extraordinary English tree expert who had devoted his life to saving trees. Just got back from Washington, lobbying to save the redwoods. He's 84 years old. He always travels with a backpack because he never knows where he's going to be tomorrow. When I met him at Findhorn, he said to me, "Where are you from?" And I said, "New York." He said, "New York, yes, that's a very interesting place. Do you know a lot of New Yorkers who keep talking about the fact that they want to leave but never do?" And I said, "Oh, yes." And he said, "Why do you think they don't leave?" I gave him different banal theories. He said, "Oh, I don't think it's that way at all." He said, "I think that New York is the new model for the new concentration camp, where the camp has been built by the inmates themselves, and the inmates are the guards, and they have this pride in this thing they've built. They've built their own prison, and so they exist in a state of schizophrenia, where they are both guards and prisoners, and as a result, they no longer have, having been lobotomized, the capacity to leave the prison they've made, or to even see it as a prison." And then he went into his pocket and he took out a seed for a tree and he said, "This is a pine tree." He put it in my hand and he said, "Escape before it's too late." See, actually for 2 or 3 years now, Chiquita and I have had this very unpleasant feeling that we really should get out. And we really should feel like Jews in Germany in the late 30s. Get out of here. Of course, the problem is where to go, because it seems quite obvious that the whole world is going in the same direction. See, I think it's quite possible that the 1960s represented the last burst of the human being before he was extinguished, and that this is the beginning of the rest of the future now, and that from now on there'll simply be all these robots walking around, feeling nothing, thinking nothing, and there'll be nobody left almost to remind them that there once was a species called a human being, with feelings and thoughts, and that history and memory are right now being erased, and soon nobody will really remember that life existed on the planet.
What y'all feel about that,
People
man?
who
Drop your
expose the
comments.
truth.
But the cats can see things we can't see. They said when they look at you or look at another person, they don't see you first. First they see an energy. Then it forms into a person. And how many of you have watched cats staring at things you can't see? I had a cat that used to do that. We knew we had a ghost in this one house we were living in when my husband was in Vietnam. And he sat at the bottom of the steps, staring up the steps with that tail flicking back and forth, like they do when they're watching something. And I say, oh, Boots, go catch a mouse or something, stop it. But they can see energy that we can't see. So everything has a little difference about it. But you've all been these things. In between the animals and the plants are the nature spirits, the fairies, the dryads, the gnomes. When I'm in Ireland, they identify with the leprechauns, all the little people. The nature spirits. Their job is to take care of nature. Take care of the plants. Take care of the animals. You've
All of heaven and earth watched it happen. Job 38 says all the angels shouted for joy. Adam actually means dust because God formed him out of the dust of the earth and breathed life into him. Eve means to bring forth life because that was the ability given to her as a woman. See, God gave Adam and Eve and all of humanity after them full dominion over all the earth. That's when Satan tricked Eve to disobey God. You see, when Eve obeyed Satan and disobeyed God and got her husband to do the same, sin entered the world. That's when all dominion and authority that they had was given to the devil and they were cast out of the Garden of Eden. That's not even the amazing part. When Satan was tempting Jesus, he said the glory of the world was his to give. So 2 Corinthians 4 says Satan is the god of this world. By disobeying God, they gave the devil authority. To reverse this, Jesus came. That's why he's called the second Adam. He came to make it right. Like, follow, and subscribe for more.
Now, a lot of things that we watched on here today, especially about the cat knowing about the death. You got people who was born on an assignment. You also have what else that we had going on in that video? I was just talking about. I like the cat thing most importantly. That's why I put it on there twice. Because they the only ones that got the little slit eyes. You understand what I'm saying? So other dog don't got no slit eye. None of them other animals except for the snake. So got to be some type of symbolism. There's all types of symbolisms all out here. We got to learn these symbols. And that's the thing that I'm trying to work on chapter 2 right now. Is the symbols. I'm going to find us some symbols and we're going to watch these videos on symbols. That's the next thing that I'm going to cover on these reaction videos. And again, thank you for coming out and joining us and continue to rock with us on the Reactivision with Mr. Come See by me himself. Check y'all out on the next one.
For me to know we here now, believe it, brokers. I am on my shit, and you know it's true. Ask your bitch, she know it too. Why you think she can live with the crew? I am on my shit. Can you see me? No. Everybody always wanna see me flow. I show stop playing scene, I'm on this. I am on my shit. I'm on mine. They know why. She so shy. I'm so fly. The thought of it open up her eye. The grind in me, she say that's my guy. Pine cone fresh, she asks why. Fresh head to toe, baby girl, you'll be surprised. Boss status, we some wise guys. Super size, baby girl, you're small fry. Be something like that. I'm nothing like that. Whole Southside nigga, you boss, I'm back. The more you hate it, it just makes me laugh. Don't be mad at me, you need to be mad at yourself. Can't stand backstabbers, talk about you and laugh with you. Then they get mad at you when you learn how to deal with them. I'm a heart and I got no patience, ignorance and I'm not gonna take it. Tequila shot and I don't even taste it. Promethazine, expensive tasting. 6 and 8 and I stay betting. Bet the bar, you know I'm drinking. Get it, I'm the drink man. Purple like the Kool-Aid man. Patty cake, I got a baker's hand. Get rid of these grams as fast as I can. Roll it up, put one in the air, man. Open up the race, always at first, cause that's the place. Don't know what I'm on if that's the case, bitch. I am on my shit, and they see it though. What are your most for me to know? We here now, believe it, bro, cause I am on my shit, and you know it's true. Ask your bitch, she know it too. Why you think she can live with the crew? I am on my shit. If you see me, no. Everybody always wanna see me blow. I show stop every scene I'm on, cause I am on my shit.